Eternal life is something that it's worth fighting for.
It is.
Like there's nothing greater than eternal life. So what is eternal life? It is resting with God in heaven.
And resting sounds awesome.
Doesn't it? Doesn't
I'd
it?
love a good nap. An eternal nap would be great.
Right? Yeah.
But-
It's
Right.
like being
Right.
in that, like, so that is why when we talk about all these souls,
Yeah.
like the number one goal, like when we talk about like what is love,
Yep.
and not the song, what
Right.
is love, baby don't hurt me,
Right.
which there's something to that.
Yep.
However, like love again is the willing of the good of the other. And what's the greatest good that we can will of someone?
Yep.
To go to heaven.
Yeah. But then you see people too when they say, yeah, my goal in life is to go to heaven. You see all of the CCD kids, people getting confirmed. You ask them what's your goal in life? To get to heaven. That's awesome. That's a great goal.
How do you get there?
But why is eternity in heaven your goal when you can't make it an hour at Mass? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense at all. And I think sometimes hitting people with logic like that, like, do you see how that doesn't make any sense? And to rethink at least, why is this my goal? And I tell them, getting into heaven has to be about more than avoiding hell. It has to be more.
There's two things that kind of came to mind with that. One, to recognize, the Mass. The Mass is an incredible space because it is a place where you have one foot in heaven and one foot on earth.
Yep.
And so heaven is going to be the eternal wedding banquet of the Lamb. We are participating in that. Mm-hmm. And so if there isn't a desire to be at the Mass, there's going to be there might be a bit of a lack of a desire to be in heaven.
Yeah.
And not only that, but there's a priest that from when I was in college seminary. His name was Monsignor Schlock. I think he's still there. He's a teacher at the Catholic Studies program up there. Incredible priest as well. He gave this incredible homily where he explained in rather simple terms the distinction between heaven, hell, and purgatory. And like what all these things are, right? And it can all come down to one 3-word phrase: I love you. So the way it goes is like if at the end of your life you go to the pearly gates and you go talk to Peter, and if all you can say is I. That's all you can say. All you can see, you can talk about yourself, looking at yourself. That's what hell is.
Yeah.
Hell is very narcissistic. It's very inwardly turned, and it's all about the self, not really caring about others. All right.
Yeah.
What is purgatory? It's if you can say I love. Well, it's not perfect. So if you can't say again, you're trying to say I love you ultimately to Jesus.
Yep.
You can't say that. All you say is I love. Well, okay, you can work with that.
Yeah.
God can work with love.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that should be purified. When we talk about purgatory, is in many ways it is the stepping stone to heaven. Like if you're going to purgatory, you're going to heaven. But it's a purgative, or it's a purifying time where you are I guess you're being able to be able to be dressed to the nines to go to this eternal wedding banquet, which maybe you're not ready for yet. But it's being able to be ready to be able to get there. And then what is heaven? Being able to say, I love you, and truly mean it to Jesus. Like that is what that's what heaven is.
Yeah.
It's pure love, and being able to say, I love you to Jesus.
Yeah.
And all of us need time to purify that. I can say I'm by no means perfect in that.
Yeah.
But like being able to come to recognize, how do I love? Am I loving?
Yeah.
And like that is like the principal question
Yeah.
that we need to be asking ourselves is, how am I loving? It's like all these things we've been talking about today.
Yep. Yep.
It all comes down to this.
Yeah.
It's all about love.
It is.
It is, again, going back to what we said before, what is love? It is the willing the good of the other. And so when we say, I love you, Jesus, is I want what is best for you, Jesus. And I'm willing to lay down my life for you.
Yeah. Yep.